You either die a hero or live long enough to become someone else's exit liquidity. That's probably what Harvey Dent would have said after buying an overvalued token at its peak, not realizing he was funding someone else's exit. But what exactly does exit liquidity mean? And more importantly, how can you avoid being the one left holding the bag? First, let's clarify that the term exit liquidity simply refers to anyone on the buy side of a trade. Whenever someone wants to sell an asset, they need someone to buy it. The buyer in this scenario is providing the liquidity for the seller to exit their position, hence the term. However, it's usually used in a negative or meme-like context in crypto. It implies that the buyer is buying an asset that is worthless or about to crash, and is only being used by the seller to secure their profits, while the buyer is left holding the bag once its price drops. You've probably seen this play out with meme coins or pump and dump schemes. Both rely heavily on hype, natural or artificially manufactured, to rapidly drive prices upwards. Early investors or team members cash out at the expense of late buyers, who are left holding tokens that likely won't recover. Even seemingly positive events like major exchange listings can lead to this scenario. Excitement builds before the listing, providing early investors the perfect opportunity to sell at inflated prices. Once trading begins, demand often isn't strong enough to sustain the price, leaving new buyers trapped with an asset that immediately drops in value. Token unlocks and airdrops work similarly. When early investors or recipients get access to their tokens, they often sell quickly, flooding the market and driving prices down. Projects might even hype tokens right before these events to attract fresh buyers, who then unknowingly become exit liquidity for insiders and early investors. You can also become exit liquidity even if there's no malicious intent behind it, or if the asset might recover in the future. For example, buying Bitcoin at the peak of a bull market could leave you holding the bag for a few years. Similarly, unexpected events like hacks, scandals, or exchange delistings can trigger panic selling, and whoever buys the dip becomes the next exit. So, how do you actually avoid becoming someone else's exit liquidity? First and foremost, slow down and do your own research. Always research projects carefully. Check who's behind them, their track record, and if there's genuine long-term potential. Pay attention to red flags such as anonymous teams, unrealistic promises, or a shady history. If something feels off or too good to be true, it probably is. Avoiding FOMO is equally important. Hype and FOMO can push you into impulsive trades, exactly where insiders want you, buying at the peak. If you can stomach higher risks, that's fine, but consider balancing those riskier investments with some safer, more established projects. Diversifying your portfolio means one bad call won't completely wipe you out. Also, make use of technical tools like Gecko Terminal to spot early warning signs, like decreasing volume, low liquidity, or unusual whale activity, helping you avoid risky tokens vulnerable to quick declines. Lastly, watch team activity closely. If a project's team holds large amounts of tokens without lockups, they can dump them at any moment. Legitimate projects communicate their unlock schedules transparently, giving you a chance to react before insiders cash out. All of us who've been in crypto long enough have likely been exit liquidity at some point. Let us know about your experience in the comments. To learn exactly how scammers use rug pulls to trap investors and how to protect yourself, check out this video next.